Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're talking about Derrick Henry and asking whether or not he's the MVP or if he has the potential to be the MVP in his career. Make sure to like the video for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. It helps me out a lot. So Derrick Henry, as always, has so far this year showcased that he's an absolute beast and put up another 143 yards and 3 touchdowns in a huge Monday night win over the Buffalo Bills. This was a huge victory because it puts the Titans at 4-2, keeps them at a winning record, and also gives them a 2-game lead in their division. And the Titans are in a very weak division right now, as it's looking like they're one of the worst in the NFL and might be just as bad as the NFC East. They only really have to beat out the Colts, as the Texans and Jaguars are playing terrible this year, and all of these 3 teams have a lot of issues and struggles. So it seems obvious that the Titans will be a playoff team yet again. However, how far will they actually go this year? To me, Derrick Henry is the key. He had an explosive season last year in 2020, rushing for 2,027 yards on 5.4 yards per carry and 17 rushing touchdowns, all of which were career highs. So far this year, Henry has rushed for 783 yards on 4.8 yards per carry with an insane 10 rushing touchdowns. And of course, with 11 more games to go with the extended regular season, how much is he going to end up with? We live in a day and age, sadly, where it seems like a shoo-in that quarterbacks will win the MVP. Now, while it's true that teams win and lose with their quarterbacks, it does get kind of boring, I have to say, having an award that seems so hard to get unless you're an actual quarterback. Derrick Henry, however, it seems like he has other plans. Henry reminds me so often of Adrian Peterson and his physical run-over-the-defender style. However, at times, Henry seems even better than that and looks like an absolute terror on the screen. I mean, when I'm watching him on TV, he looks twice the size as some of the defenders. Derrick Henry's 27 years old and is in the prime of his career right now. Now, Ryan Tannehill has been amazing for the Tennessee Titans, and of course he's a big reason that they're so good, but this team relies on Henry, and because Henry is so good, it allows the Titans to have a perfect balance on offense. Without Henry, the Titans would be much more one-dimensional, would not have that perfect balance on offense, and they wouldn't have so many open looks, as defenses have no choice but to bring extra players in the box and blitz more often in order to try and contain Derrick Henry. So the main question, how valuable is he? Is he an MVP? I mean, he's clearly the best player for the Tennessee Titans and is the perfect player for Coach Mike Vrabel, old school, tough coach. He likes that old school play style, running the ball, smash mouth football. The Titans have played well in the playoffs in the last few seasons, and feeding Henry will probably allow that to continue. So the question people want to know the answer to is, can Henry actually win the MVP? Well, to be honest, I don't think it's probably going to happen. I love seeing non-quarterbacks win the MVP, but after not winning it last year with his crazy stats that he had, it's hard to picture that he's going to get it this year. On a good note though, the last 2 non-quarterback MVPs were running backs, including one we mentioned earlier, Adrian Peterson. So Henry would probably need to break the single season rushing record and have 30 touchdowns, and as well as leading the Titans to a 12-5 or better record, and all of that just to have a shot at the MVP. And don't get me wrong, it is possible, and it seems like Henry gets better as the season progresses, but I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are on the MVP award in general. Should it turn into something new? Should they create new criteria that doesn't involve quarterbacks? I mean, I've joked before that they should rename it to MVQ, Most Valuable Quarterback, because that's the only person who ever wins it. Henry, again, he does have a chance to bring the MVP award home, but he will need to likely play even better and again carry the Titans to victory. I like the Titans team a lot. I think they're very interesting to watch and they have a lot of talent on their squad. Colder weather and playoff intensity always lends well to great running backs and great running teams, and I'm excited to watch what Henry does for the rest of the season, and it would be really cool to watch him win the MVP award. What are your predictions on his final stats at the end of the year? Will he win the rushing title for a 3rd year in a row? Will he pass 2,000 rushing yards? I mean, will he break the single season rushing record? So far this year, he is on pace to hit 2,218 rushing yards this season, but if he picks up the pace a little bit, he could get to a crazy stat line like maybe 2,500 rushing yards. Henry looks like a man amongst boys when he's on the field and is the MVP of the team, but let's see if he can become the MVP of the league. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure to like the video as it helps out my channel a lot. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed what you saw, and hit that notification bell to get notified each and every time I upload a video. Again, it's going to be really fun and entertaining to watch Derrick Henry the rest of the season, and I really want to know what you guys think below. As always, I'll see you in the next one.